Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey to take a look at a brand new 2023 Kia Sorento EX. But the oddity here is this is front wheel drive and not all wheel drive. Don't normally see these on dealer lots in the Northeast. So let's see what this brings to the table in the midsize SUV market, and let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Sorento, we have a gloss black grille, Kia badge in the middle, functionality top and bottom, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, standard style turn signals, functional side air curtains, looking good on the front end. All right, wheel and tire package on this Sorento. We have an 18-inch wheel, gloss black and silver, nice looking wheel, standard brake and rotor package, all season tires, 235 on the width, the 60 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, front wheel drive. Right, full side profile on this ebony black Sorento EX front wheel drive. Nice looking SUV. It has always been a nice looking SUV. I've made several comments on the side profile of the Sorento already. So now we're going to move in. Front fenders, we are painted. No flat black on the wheel wells. I like that. Color matched on the side view mirror with LED turn signals. Color matched on the front and rear door handle. Left side fuel filler. Up top, you got your color matched roof with shark fin antenna and a panoramic sunroof. And you have the gloss black on the roof rails. All right. Rear on the Sorento, we have that rear wiper tucked up underneath the roof spoiler, which I think cleans up everything, protects it from the car washes and the elements. Kia badge in the middle. Standard lighting in the back, standard turn signals. Sorento script down on the lower left of the tailgate now rather than right underneath the license plate. And then we have our fake exhaust vents along the rear bumper with the tailpipe tucked up underneath the right side of the car. All right, under the hood of this Sorento, we have a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. MPGs, 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, 25 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this 2023 Sorento EX, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this cost? Well, MSRP, the way this EX front-wheel drive is optioned, is $38,695. So let's check out the interior. As we move in, footbox action, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, the all-season floor mats. We have power seats for the driver and front passenger. Syntex seating material, not leather. It looks like leather, feels like leather, but it's not. White cross stitch, nice design, nice bolstering, nice and soft. Looking good. All right, door panel action, nice soft touch up top. I like the open pore wood look around the brushed aluminum door handle. We're flat black on the switchgear. We have nice soft armrest on the door. So overall, it is a nice looking door panel. There's no upgraded sound system in this Sorento. As we move here, we have soft touch, more of that wood look to lift the interior, and a nice large glove box. All right, infotainment system time. We have that standard tried and true Kia 10.25-inch infotainment system with touchscreen action, nice and smooth. Dual panel action, which I like. Wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, driver profiles, all that good stuff in this. We've done this one many, many times. Backup camera, we throw it into reverse, nice and clear with trajectory, no issues. You have your backup sensors here, as there's no 360-degree cameras in this Sorento EX. Coming down, we have dual climate control action, which is nice. And then down further, we have USB-A's, 3 of them, and a wireless charging pad. We have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. Here's the gear shift to go through this 8-speed automatic. Then we have our drive mode selector, which I'll show you when we go over the dash. Engine stop, start off, auto brake hold, hill descent control, emergency brake, and then your cameras and your parking sensors off. Here is the Kia key fob. Nice detonator style key fob. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, remote start, nice weight, 2 cup holders, a nice tray for change, more storage here, nice soft center armrest with the cross stitch, removable tray, and a felt lining for storage. Kia steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. Kia badge in the middle of the horn button with some aluminum trim, which is nice. Gloss black spoke down here, which is going to catch some fingerprints. On the left, we have our telephone and voice commands. On the right, we have our adaptive cruise control and safety suite. And then on the left stalk, we have our headlights and fog lamps. And then on the right, the front and rear wiper. No paddles on this particular vehicle. Brighten and dim the dash. Lane keep assist on, off. Traction control off. Pop the tailgate. And this right here is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. As we jump into the dash, we have a analog and digital combo analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, and then we have digital gauges for the fuel level and coolant temperature, as well as other information that you can run through on the inside of this particular vehicle. So overall, it is a very, very nice, handsome, easy to use dash, even though I was surprised because according to the Kia car configurator, the EX trim gets the digital dash for 2023, but I guess since this is front-wheel drive and not all-wheel drive, you don't get the digital dash, which I find interesting. If anybody knows more about that, let me know in the comments. All right, and here we are. Here are the drive modes. We have Smart, Comfort, then Eco, then Sport, then Smart. So that is where we have the modes. And you just hit the dial on the center console and it'll get you to all of those. Nothing fancy happens when you put them on, but that's where you have them set up. And I am not seeing a snow mode on this vehicle. So it doesn't look like it has a snow mode at all, just so you know. Overhead console time, we have LED lighting on the interior to get the lights to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button needs to remain in with the orange light on. When you open the door, the LED lighting comes on. When you close it, it goes off. Here's the control for a panoramic sunroof, which we've showed you on previous Sorento reviews. Our SOS button, Kia Connect. And then as we come over to our sun visor with vanity, pull it off the slide. Yes, it does to block out the side sun. Very nice. All right, getting into the rear of this Sorento and actually the mid row, which are captain's chairs. We're just going to step right in, close the door. Nice room, 5'11", plenty of knee space. This seat is set for my driving position. Plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder width room. The door panel, same nice design front to back, which I like. So nice consistency, design, and theme. As we come here, we do have some pockets right here behind the driver and front passenger. And then rear console, 2 heat and air vents, a 12-volt, 1 USB-A, and 2 more USBs in the front seats for rear seat passengers. So they got you covered for connectivity. Obviously, no center console or armrest, but we do have very thin arm rest for these captain's chairs, but no center console, as I'd mentioned. But overall, it's very comfortable and there's plenty of room in the back of this Sorento. Now, we're not going to do the third row because we've done that on other Sorento reviews, and I'll put one of those at the end of this one so you can see how the third row looks. But for now, let's check out, see how much room you got in the cargo area. All right, rear tailgate time in the Sorento. You can pop it on the dash, you can pop the tailgate from the key fob, or back here, right underneath this sign that says liftgate button, you hit that, couple of the beeps. Nice electric assist on the way up in this EX. Nice electric assist on the way down. We do have the all-season cargo mat back here. I have the third row up, and you don't have a lot of space back here for storage with the third row up. It's not as big as a Telluride, so you're not going to get very much space back here, but that's the way it looks now. To get the third row down, all you have to do is take this strap, pull it in, headrest drops, and you throw it down. Now you can spread out this cargo mat, and now you have a reasonable amount of room in the back for storage with that third row down. And I think most people are going to roll with the third row down on this Sorento. Let me know what you think in the comments. Underneath here, you have a jack with some tools, and that's about it. And then, of course, you have a 12-volt for power back here. And then if you want to And then you also have 2 USB-A's on either side for third row passengers if they need it. And now to drop the second row, you have 2 buttons here. You hit the left and down it goes. You hit the right, down it goes. Of course, come down and fold it flat. You have a lot of space in the back of one of these Sorentos for those larger items. So again, a good use of space, not exactly the greatest use of the mechanism to get the seats down. Even though we have the power mid-row fold in from the tailgate, you got to fiddle with the seats a little bit to get them to just go all the way down without having to muck about. So let me know what you think in the comments about that. All right, here is the window sticker for this 2023 Sorento EX front wheel drive. Feel free to pause, stop the video, zoom in, see everything that's optioned into this Sorento. And now let's take her out for a spin. All right, so we are on the road in this 2023 Kia Sorento EX front wheel drive. And right off the bat, you can feel the difference in power moving up to this 2.5 liter turbo 4. The Sorentos that we've driven so far on the channel have been either base models or they've been hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and they've had the lesser horsepower power plants, especially the last one, which was the X-Line S with the naturally aspirated 2.5 liter inline 4 with 191 horsepower. Now we go with the turbocharged, same engine but turbocharged, and we go to 281 on the horsepower and 311 on the torque, which is a huge improvement over that naturally aspirated engine, and you can feel it right away as soon as you step on the gas. It is immediate and the car will respond very quickly. So for those who think the 191 isn't enough, this 281 for this vehicle is plenty. You get the same nice quiet ride. The suspension's well damped. You know, these big 60 series sidewall tires are soaking up the bumps to make it feel much more comfortable in here. The seats are comfortable. The armrest is in a good position, the center armrest, so you can rest your elbow on it or your forearm on it, and it's very, very comfortable. Same with the armrest on the door. It is very comfortable to rest your arm on. I have easy reach of all the knobs and switches for my head navigation system, or for my heat and air, or down here on the gear shift and anything else I want to do. Everything looks just perfect as far as that goes. Plenty of visibility, as you can see out the front glass. We have nice large side view mirrors, plenty of visibility out back as well. This does have your safety suite of technology, so I'm looking at blind spot monitoring on either side view mirror. We got the lane keep assist, we got the road sign recognition, overspeed alerts, cross traffic alert, whatever you're looking for in here, we have that. So that is really, really good as well for your safety concerns. But what I really wanted to do with this review was take this Sorento out on the road and see the difference in power this Turbo 4 brings, and it brings quite a bit. Now, we're not going to hoon this thing around just because we have more power. We're going to take this on the same driving loop we took the X-Line S with the naturally aspirated engine. That one on that loop it was about a 10-mile loop, got almost 31 miles to the gallon once we got back to the dealership. I want to take a look and see what this one winds up getting. Is it going to be right at the estimate on the window sticker, or is it going to be better than estimate like the X-Line S base with the base engine was? So we're going to go on this same loop from the dealer, and we'll see what kind of gas mileage we're going to get out of this turbo engine. But right away, if you want to get up and going, this thing is going to move you much, much quicker. As you saw in the X-Line S review with the base 2.5 liter, it took a while to get up to the speed. You're looking at probably 8 seconds 0 to 60. Not sure what the 0 to 60 time is here. If anyone knows, please leave it in the comments. I didn't look it up because I didn't think it was going to be that important for the review today. But when we hit the highway on-ramp, you're going to see how much quicker this Sorento will get up to highway speeds, and get yourself out of a jam in case you need to overtake a car or move quickly out of the way of some nut driving down the road. I think you're going to see this performance is so much better, and it'll be up for you guys to decide whether spending the extra money for the bigger engine at a higher trim level is worth it, or stick with the lower trim level price and go with the base naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. So here we go onto the highway. I'm already feeling the torque pushing me back in the seat as I speed up. Again, 311 pound-feet is plenty, and it drops in down low to get this SUV moving up to speed. So very, very nicely done. Then when you want to overtake a car or change lanes, no problem at all. It takes care of it for you. So very, very nicely done with this power plant. The 8-speed automatic, nice and smooth, responds when you want it to respond. Responds when you want it to respond. As you heard, that was the front sensors telling me I was a little bit too close to the car in front of me, and it went do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So that's what that sound is for, so you know this has got the pre-collision alarm in it as well, which I think is a good move. Now we're going to get off the highway. Very nice through the turns. Very cold out today. Not as bad as the polar vortex weekend, but still pretty darn cold. But it handles very, very well. Obviously, you're going to get body roll because this is not a performance SUV, but it gets you where you want to go really, really well. So, overall, for me, I would go with the EX trim or higher and get the upgraded engine if I'm going gas-powered only Sorento. I would go ahead and get this Turbo 4 instead of the naturally aspirated 4. You're going to get much better performance out of the engine, much better power. This can tow up to 3,500 pounds if I didn't mention that earlier, so you have some towing capability as well with the Sorento. And like I said, that third row in Sorento isn't the most usable in the world, and I think most people are going to roll down the road with that third row down and just use the front and the mid row. But let me know in the comments if you are using that third row of the Sorento and how it's going so far. I've done a few Sorento videos with trying to fit in the third row and it just doesn't work for me, but let me know what you think. Also, let me know your feelings on this strange package, this EX front wheel drive. Do you go front wheel drive on the Sorento to save a couple $1,000, or do you go all-wheel drive? For me, I would be going all-wheel drive, considering I live in the Northeast and we do get cold weather in the winter and snow. I would be more comfortable with the all-wheel drive and sacrificing a little bit of gas mileage for that. But if you're living down south and you don't have to worry about snow, front-wheel drive may be the way that you want to go. So let me know what you think about that. Also, if anybody knows about this dash, I was under the impression based on Kia's car configurator that if I went EX trim, I would get a digital dash, and there is no digital dash in this EX front wheel drive. So it may be that you need to go EX all-wheel drive to get the digital dash. I'll have to dig into that more. If anybody knows, put that in the comments below as well. I'd appreciate it. So right now we have a combined gas mileage rating on this engine of 25 miles per gallon in combined driving. So I'll let you guys know what I get on the way back, but just be aware the mileage is going to suffer a bit because, number one, it's really cold out and we got some wind, which doesn't help gas mileage all that much, because I'm running the heat and everything else in here as well. So this may not be as good as if we drove it on a warmer day, but we're gonna, when we get back to the dealership, I'll let you know what that's gonna be. I also ran this a little bit to warm it up before we drove it, so that's gonna hurt the gas mileage a little bit too. So, but we'll talk about that once I get back to the dealership. So after I sign off, tune in. I'll give you a screenshot of the dash to let you know what kind of gas mileage we got on this 10-mile loop drive in the extreme cold weather and wind today. But I want to thank Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey for allowing the channel access to this Sorento EX front-wheel drive SUV for review today. I'd also like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone. All right, there we are with our average fuel economy for our 10-mile trip, 24.9, which is right at that combined driving to 25 on the window sticker estimate. So we're right in there, starting to go now because I'm sitting here with the engine on in park. But overall, right where you expected it to be. Did it exceed the federal estimate? No. It may exceed it a little bit on a longer drive. The range is very similar to what you're going to get in the naturally aspirated engine, so I have a feeling this will do better if the temperature was warmer and we had less wind hitting the car. But overall, it's right on the money as far as fuel economy.